Hello my lovelies and welcome to my channel Feathers from Heaven Tarot. So I'll be doing monthly readings for all star signs. So I'll be starting with fire signs, the fire signs first. And I just want to have a look at your career reading and a love reading for the second half. So just to let you know, the career reading could be relevant to if you are working or if you're studying, then I will kind of try and interpret it for those studying. And also for love, I will interpret it for singles and also for those in a relationship. So we'll see how this goes. So this is a little bit of new content for me on this channel because I was originally going to focus on love readings, future spouse, which I will still upload future spouse reading. But in addition, I do want to do monthly readings for each star sign. So let's have a look. This is for my fire signs. Let's have a look at what you can expect career-wise for the rest of July 2025. So this is for my fire signs. Rest of July 2025. What can they expect? So we have victory, rest and rejuvenation, and a woman holding a coin. And then let's get some clarification with tarot. So we do have 5 of cups, 5 of wands, and a woman holding a coin. We do have 6 of wands, and the moon came out for you as well. So let's have a look for you, my lovely fire sign. So I feel like there was a bit of a situation where you had to walk away from something, or you've lost something that you invested quite a lot of emotions and emotional time, energy into. So it could have been something that was maybe difficult in terms of having to, maybe say you're studying, it could have been kind of having to deal, or I don't really want to say fight, but it's just kind of fighting for your right, I want to say. Sort of having to prove your worth, or having to sort of stand up for yourself. And it could have been that you had to leave something, or something that you thought was going to work out didn't end up working out, which caused you a bit of disappointment. With the victory though being the overall energy, I do feel like it's something that, even though it doesn't look like it's an accomplishment, kind of your higher self and kind of your angels are sort of saying it is actually a victory. So for some of you, it could be maybe you went for a promotion, you didn't get it, it was a bit of a competition situation, but it could be that there's something better for you out there, there's something better that waiting for you. And I do feel like whatever it was that you wanted, you were holding on to, or you were hoping would work out, ended up not working out, but you don't see it. But what it actually is a victory. It's something that is worked out for your higher self, or your sort of bigger picture. So later on down the line, you could probably be promoted for a job that pays more money, for example. So I feel like there was a bit of sense of having to prove yourself, having to battle it out in July, or you will have to battle it out. I'm saying had to because obviously this reading is done in the middle of July, so it could have already happened, or it could still happen by the end of July. But what it is there is a bit of competition. You know, you had to really stand up, prove yourself, you know, deliver. But the fact that it didn't work out the way you had anticipated isn't a bad thing. You're being told and guided to just kind of rest at this time. So, you know, once this is over, just kind of take a moment to pause, take back your energy, rest, maybe take some time off, take some kind of mental health day or book some holiday, and just rest, regroup, and just recharge your energy. Because what's going to happen is by the end of the month you're going to be presented with something that you didn't see coming. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of honor in terms of where you're at. So it could be that maybe like your work didn't really pan out as you wanted, but maybe you've got a bit of a side hustle and that kind of picks up and it does really well. Or it might be vice versa. Maybe it's something that you're working on as a side hustle. You know, you've tried your tried your best, had to work with the competition that's out there, really, you know, trying to deliver, but it hasn't really worked out. So you're just kind of looking at maybe the fact that maybe you don't have as many views, for example. But then it could be having the fact that you took the time to rest and rejuvenate. Later on, by the end of the month, you'll kind of see something in terms of an increase in finance, or if you don't see that straight away, it will be an idea that comes to you in order to which will bring you some sort of idea which will bring more financial gain. So I do see it does turn out to be something where you do sort of, you're going to be in the spotlight, in the sense you're going to be you know, people are going to recognize you and for the work that you do. So it's kind of honor, leadership, people looking up to you. So it could be, as I mentioned, either or in terms of depending on where you're at. So it could be your work, or it could be maybe like your side hustle, or it could be just generally a new opportunity that comes to you. So like I said, you didn't get the promotion, for example, or the work that you were working on at the project wasn't recognized for what it was, but there's something else kind of where it's a bigger picture. You're probably gonna be given a better opportunity, but it's something that you don't know at the moment. With the moon, it's kind of hidden. You don't know what it is. You have no idea, because at the moment it's around, maybe depending on your circumstances, it could just be that you're tired of the kind of work that you put in. The rest is needed at the moment, or rest will be needed in June. So I just want to see with across, see what energy is blocking, advice that's been given to you for the month of July. Okay, so with the moon, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess, I feel like obviously you didn't, the moon, a lot of kind of hidden, so it was something that you was not expecting, you know, in terms of the outcomes that happened, or the fact that you were putting the work in. But as I said, it was kind of victory. So at the moment you're just being advised to take it as it comes. There is a lot of information that's kind of hidden from you at the moment, but with the rest and rejuvenate and the Hierophant kind of being the advice card there, it could be for some of you that you just decide to maybe upskill yourself, go on a course, try and be more traditional and disciplined in the way that you approach things. But the only way that you're going to come to the realization of what is best for you and what will work for you is just making sure that you take that time out. That's really important, to rest, whatever that looks like for you. So if it's a day, a little bit longer, if it's going away on a retreat, going away for a walk, just going away, moving away from the energy and the experience that you've just kind of come across in the month of July. So this will then allow you to tap into your intuition, to then bring in information that needs to be kind of communicated to you in order for the next step, in order to be in the best place for this opportunity to come to you. Now, obviously, it's dependent on everyone and how you approach it, but it's very important, like with the cards here, the tarot sort of saying that it's important for you just to embrace the fact that, you know, it wasn't something planned. So it's just kind of come out of nowhere, this disappointment. You did put a lot of work in, but it's very important for you to tap back into your intuition, tap back into rest, and kind of bring back your energy into kind of grounded and neutral state. All right, my lovely fire sign, so that's what I see for you, but it is kind of looking good for you by the end of July. It is information, as I said, that's at the moment hidden, with sort of not too clear, but the fact that there's the woman holding the coin really makes me think that it's around stability, finances for you, and being a career reading, it's ideal, I guess. Okay, so that's your career. So we're going to now look at love. So it's going to be love, and I'm going to interpret it for those that are single and also for those that are currently in a relationship. So let's see how this works, if I'll be able to do it with the same cards or it will need to be a different reading. Okay. Let's have a look. Love reading for my fire signs for the month of July. Love reading for my fire signs for the month of July. Okay, we have third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, contracts. Oops, and then we have appreciation. Bring that back down. Excellent. Okay. Let's get clarification. So we have King of Cups, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So in terms of love, my fire signs, let's have a look. Let's do the singles first, and then we'll do those in a relationship. Let's move that up so you can see, tidy that up. Okay, so I just need clarification for the third chakra. So just bear with me. Let's have a quick look. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, it's emotions of desire and life force. So the powerful Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra and the center of your life force energy. The issue here revolves around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. This is a great time to move towards the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. That's a really positive reading. Card. Fire signs. So basically I feel like for those that are single, you could potentially have someone around you that will kind of make their intentions or their interests towards you clear. Now I do feel like this person is someone that's quite balanced, and also someone that is let's have a look. Someone that is kind of fair, someone that doesn't like to play games, or someone that is looking kind of a future rather than a short-term goal, and I feel that aligns with your wants as well, and what you want at the moment. So I do feel like this person does find you extremely attractive. They do appreciate what it is that you do. Now, if you do know them, they appreciate the little things that you do, or if you are kind of working, they like your work ethics, they like the way you work, they like the way you come across. But even though this person is kind of quiet, I would say they're quite nurturing, in the sense that there's someone that will listen, provide advice, provide information, just be a good listener, a good ear. Now, it's important for you in this month just to go with your, not only your gut feeling, but follow your kind of what's calling towards you. Now, say you want to attend an event, and it's really been something that you've wanted to do for a while. Go with it, go with that event, go to the event with no basically with no what's the word that I want to say? With no expectations. So it's important in the month of July, fire signs, that you follow your bliss, so to speak. Okay. Now, don't do something because you feel it's going to give you a particular outcome. That will not put you in the path that you need to be. It's really important that you just kind of go with what so for example, say a friend's invited you out to an art gallery. This is just kind of a random example, and there's also a comedy show happening as well on the same day. Now, you actually want to go to the comedy show because that's something that's you've been wanting to do for a while, or it's something that's really the most appealing, but you feel like you're going to let your friend down. In this situation, it's important for you just to be honest and actually say what it is that you want to do. So go to that comedy show rather than going out to wherever your friend has booked tables for example. I do feel like this person has been kind of watching you from, it could be that they're going to see you from afar and approach you, or it could be that they kind of have interest in you for a little while. They've been a little bit inquisitive. Maybe they've been asking around about you. So it's not something that you're aware of, I don't think. But generally speaking, there's someone that's very kind of stable, very more tapped into their emotions, I would say. Now with this, it will be kind of slow, so don't think it's going to be fast moving. You will get an inkling of this energy coming in probably in July, but I don't feel like it's going to just turn into some big kind of romance straight off in the whole of in July. So it will start off slow, it will kind of develop, but it has great potential. Right, so for those that are already in a relationship or seeing someone at the moment, I feel like the month of July is going to be a time where you're kind of reigniting passion in the sense of kind of what you want to do together as a couple, sort of following your renewed sense of excitement, enthusiasm, and passion. So it could be that you decide to maybe start doing something different, maybe start to take up a hobby together, but I do or maybe start going out to more shows, or just doing something different that is going to bring more more kind of excitement, enthusiasm, and just overall joy, I want to say. So I think like in the month of July is going to be a time where you're probably going to feel more so curious about each other, in the sense that maybe you're seeing a different side, because we can all kind of get into the rhythm, sort of mundane living, but maybe July is a time where it's going to be a bit kind of more showing appreciation for each other. So I do feel like there'll be a new what do you call it, so you're going to be seeing your partner from a new perspective, or they're going to be seeing you from a new perspective, so it could be either or, and having an appreciation. So maybe, you know, like sometimes you just get on with it, but sometimes you pause and then you just see your partner like working, and then you're like, oh, I didn't realize you're just so good at that. You know, it's actually such a good skill. Like, for example, say they're doing a bit of DIY, but sometimes you just take it for granted because they just get on with it and get it done. But it's just having that new appreciation, that new found of appreciation for them, their skills or what they bring to the relationship. So it's either going to be you or them that is having this newfound appreciation. I do feel like there's going to be kind of a bit more groundedness and stability, but slow moving in terms of this. So it's not going to be like you wake up one day and there's going to be like all this appreciation, let's change and do something different, you know, let's start going to shows every weekend. You know, it's going to be a subtle sort of change. It's going to be a subtle shift, I feel, in your kind of dynamic. There's going to be a lot more listening, in the sense of either your partner's kind of emotionally stable, bringing in emotional stability. Let's have a look in terms of the King of Cups, what else I can get. Let's just double check. So I do feel either you or your partner is maybe where they weren't a great listener, or didn't have such, you know, great self-expression. I do feel like the fact that they're more open, or you're going to be more open, will allow kind of self-expression in the relationship. I do feel like it's going to be a bit more grounded, I want to say, the relationship. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords as well. So with contract, for some of you, not all. So please take it only if it resonates. There could potentially be a proposal, or a want to maybe buy a house together, or a want to get married. So moving on to that next step. But they're just kind of working out if, you know, what's the best thing, how will you take it. So I do feel like a bit more of a commitment for those that are a little bit newer in the relationship. So yeah, some sort of commitment with the contract. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards just to see some advice for you, those in a relationship. So let's see some advice for you in terms of love. Okay, so we've got Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. So I do feel like there's kind of a more possessive, wanting to kind of, you know, I do feel like this person is mine kind of vibe. I want to hold on to them. So either part, I'm not sure who, either you or your partner is going to want to put a little bit more effort to hold on to what you do have to protect the relationship. And as I said, with the third chakra being around kind of following your passion, being creative, having a kind of being a positive card. I would say it's kind of making sure there's kind of a bit of a renewal in the relationship. Now with the Ace of Pentacles, kind of a new start, like I said, a contract. So it could be you, if you don't live together, you might live together, might rent a place. Or if you don't, then it might be, for some it might actually be buying a place. For others it could potentially be talking about marriage. But there's a lot of kind of passion being reignited, definitely, for those in a relationship. There's a lot of you know, talking about kind of romancing, a lot of romancing happening. But it will happen in a kind of a gradual way. So if it doesn't fully complete by July, it will kind of continue the following months for you, my fire signs, because it is kind of a bit of a slow moving energy for you. Okay, my lovely fire signs, so short and sweet in terms of your love reading and career reading. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. I will be doing monthly readings, both career and love. So if you are interested and you want to tune in, please feel free to subscribe and turn your notification on if you would like to be notified. As I said, I will continue with those that obviously have subscribed for future spouse readings. They will also be continuing. Thank you.